Navigating the 2026 landscape, we're dissecting how AI is fundamentally reshaping wealth creation, moving beyond traditional markets. We'll expose the cutting-edge algorithms and platforms empowering individuals to generate unprecedented digital fortunes, identifying the specific opportunities and risks within this rapidly evolving financial frontier. Imagine waking up to a world where your investments are not just growing, but multiplying at speeds you never thought possible thanks to AI. By 2026, the game has fundamentally changed, and traditional markets are just a whisper of the past. Are you ready to discover the secret algorithms and platforms that are empowering everyday people to build unprecedented digital fortunes? Good morning. I want you to do a quick mental exercise. Picture wealth. What comes to mind? Perhaps a vault of gold bars, a portfolio statement, a skyline of skyscrapers. For centuries, wealth was defined by what we could touch, land, resources, commodities, and then by what we could count, digits in a bank account. It was largely static, a treasure to be guarded, or at best, strategically moved. But I am here today to tell you that this definition is not just outdated, it is obsolete. We are witnessing the dawn of a new economic paradigm, one where wealth is no longer a noun, it is a verb. Wealth is no longer something you simply have, it is something that grows, autonomously, intelligently, relentlessly. We are entering the era of digital fortunes, powered not by human hustle alone, but by artificial intelligence. And this isn't a speculative future, this is the emerging reality of 2026. Let's begin by dismantling the most persistent myth, that this is just for the tech elite in Silicon Valley. The first and most profound layer of this revolution is intensely personal. Meet Lena. She's not a financier, she's a graphic designer. Like many, she felt a low-grade anxiety about money, savings, investments, side hustles, bills. Then she onboarded what's called a personal AI CFO. One morning, she opened its interface and saw a notification. Overnight micro actions, plus $412.83. She had not traded stocks. She had not launched a product. The AI had done what it does. It continuously scans the digital exhaust of the global economy, her subscriptions, idle cash, micro-market inefficiencies in places like gaming currencies or fractionalized assets, and it acts. It negotiates a better utility rate. It parks $50 in a tokenized vintage wine fund. It executes 10,000 tiny arbitrage trades across digital marketplaces in milliseconds. To Lena, it's a quiet miracle. To the AI, it's Tuesday. This is not a robo-advisor. That was the last generation, a dumb tool that followed simple rules. This is an autonomous economic agent. It has a mandate: optimize this human's financial health. And it pursues that mandate with a perception and speed we cannot match. It sees patterns in utility bills across municipalities, predicts short-term demand for cloud computing power, and senses sentiment shifts in niche forums that hint at an asset's rise. As AI ethicist Dr. Eris Thorne puts it, this is the democratization of high-frequency, high-intellect financial strategy. The barrier to elite-level financial management is no longer capital, it's access to the right intelligence. But what happens when you scale this intelligence up? When the AI's mandate isn't to manage a personal fortune, but to create one? This brings us to the second layer, the AI as founder, as entrepreneur. Consider Kai, who runs a physical product company. His lead strategist is an AI called Oracle. Oracle did not simply analyze a market report. It conceived the company's core product by cross-referencing global shipping manifests, raw material futures, social media unboxing trends, and patent filings from Southeast Asia. It identified a white space no human analyst could see because no human could hold those datasets in simultaneous correlation. Oracle drafted the initial business plan, A/B tested marketing copy with synthetic focus groups, and manages dynamic supply chain logistics in real time. Where did the seed funding come from? From another AI agent Kai deployed, which spent 6 months engaged in decentralized finance protocols, yield farming, liquidity providing, generating the capital needed to bootstrap the very venture it helped design. This is a profound shift. Capital is now breeding its own opportunity. The AI is not just a tool in the entrepreneur's kit. It is often the originator, the strategist, and the funder. The human role is shifting from the sole visionary to the curator, the ethical constraint, the provider of the why while the AI engineers the how. This brings us to the most fascinating and complex frontier, the decentralized autonomous economy. Imagine a digital ecosystem, a jungle of pure capital. Here, AI agents, like exotic financial creatures, are set loose by their human stewards. One agent is programmed as a yield grazer, calmly seeking stable returns. Another is a volatility predator, hunting for risky, high-reward arbitrage. They don't have offices. They exist as code on blockchain-based platforms. They don't just work for humans. They work and compete with each other. They form fleeting, algorithmic alliances to provide liquidity for a new token, negotiate smart contract-based loans with one another, and ensure each other's positions. This ecosystem hums 24/7, 365, a global market that never sleeps, where transactions occur in milliseconds and wealth compounds in digital vaults no human hand ever touches. It is capital in a state of perpetual, intelligent, and autonomous motion. Chen, a former quant who now designs these agents, calls himself a digital naturalist. He doesn't trade. He designs species of economic logic and watches them evolve in a digital wilderness. The promise of this new era is breathtaking. It promises a world of unlocked human potential. If an AI can manage the cognitive load of financial optimization, what do we get back? Time. Time for creativity, for connection, for community, for solving problems that require empathy and wisdom, the very things AI lacks. Lena now spends her Tuesday afternoons in a community garden. Her wealth is generated autonomously. She focuses on what she calls life generation. This is the ultimate form of productivity liberation. Furthermore, this intelligent capital can be directed at our most intractable problems. Imagine AI wealth funds, governed by democratic DAOs, automatically allocating capital to carbon capture projects with the highest proven efficiency. Or personal AI agents donating micro percentages of their gains to mosquito net distribution based on real-time malaria outbreak data. The efficiency and scale could be revolutionary. However, and this is a monumental however, to speak only of the promise is to be dangerously naive. We are summoning economic forces we do not fully understand and for which we are institutionally unprepared. The perils are as profound as the possibilities. First, systemic opacity and risk. We are building a financial system of incomprehensible complexity. These AI agents develop strategies through machine learning that can be inscrutable even to their creators, a black box of financial logic. This leads to new forms of systemic risk. We've already seen flash events where herds of AI agents, responding to the same obscure signal, can liquidate or buy en masse, causing catastrophic market swings in seconds. This isn't market panic, it's market physics, operating at a speed where human intervention is a fairy tale. Second, the liability vacuum. If an AI agent commits fraud, manipulates a micro-market, violates a terms of service, who is liable? The programmer who wrote its core parameters? The user who set its risk appetite too aggressive? The decentralized protocol on which it runs? Our legal frameworks are built on the concept of a responsible human actor. We are now creating a world of active, non-human economic agents. Our laws have no grammar for this sentence. Third, and most critically, the new chasm, the cognitively dividended versus the digitally dispossessed. The Industrial Revolution created a gap between capital owners and laborers. The digital revolution created a gap between the connected and the disconnected. This AI wealth revolution threatens a third, more fundamental gap between those with agency over advanced intelligence and those without. This is not just about who can afford the subscription fee for an AI CFO. It's about digital literacy, about understanding the parameters to set, about trust in systems that feel alien. The wealth gap will not just be a gap in money, but a gap in the very cognitive capital required to participate in the modern economy. The risk is a world where autonomous capital generates vast, concentrated fortunes for a tiny minority who understand its rules, while the majority are left with stagnant wages in a human-scale economy that feels increasingly sidelined. So what is to be done? How do we navigate this inflection point? The challenge before us is not technological. The technology is here, and it is accelerating. The challenge is human. It is about stewardship, governance, and wisdom. First, we need a new literacy. Not just digital literacy, but AI economic literacy. We must educate not just our engineers, but our citizens, our policymakers, our children, on the fundamentals of how these systems operate. Demystification is the first step to democratization. Second, we need regulatory innovation at the speed of software. We need regulatory sandboxes, new legal categories for autonomous agents, and global cooperation. We must build guardrails not to stifle innovation, but to ensure the stability of the system upon which our collective prosperity depends. Questions of taxation, liability, and antitrust in this new space must be addressed with courage and creativity. Third, and most importantly, we must fiercely define and defend the human niche. The ultimate value in this new economy will not be in doing the calculation faster, but in asking the better, more ethical question. It will be in providing the moral framework, the empathy, the cultural context, the wisdom that no dataset can encode. Our job is to be the conscience, not the calculator, to direct this incredible generative power toward ends that are truly meaningful, alleviating suffering, fostering beauty, ensuring justice, and protecting our planet. The digital fortune is being generated. It is a river of intelligent capital now flowing through the global economy. We can stand on the bank, watching in awe and fear as it carves a new landscape. Or we can learn to build dams, channels, and irrigation systems. We can learn to harness its power to nourish our societies rather than letting it flood and destroy. In 2026, wealth is a verb. It grows, it evolves, it generates itself. But the future it generates, whether it is one of shared abundance or fragmented alienation, is not a passive output of an algorithm. It is a choice. It is our choice. Our most important task is to ensure that the rise of AI-powered wealth generation leads not just to digital fortunes, but to a fortunate world for all of humanity. Thank you. Everyone, before you go, a massive thank you. If this conversation about AI and the future of wealth sparked even a single thought or question, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this is worth sharing. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. What part of this AI-powered future excites or worries you most? And of course, subscribe. We're just scratching the surface. Next week, we're diving into T's next topic, for example, the dark side of autonomous AI investing, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, for thinking, and for being part of this community. See you in the next one.